Hey, everybody. How's it going? Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Craig. How are you?
Oh, doing just great. Man, has it been a crazy August?
Yeah, and now it's rainy and crappy today, so thanks for reminding me that it used to be nice.
It did. You know what? It's almost in Vancouver. It seems like, we have sun, and then all of a sudden September 1, well, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then it's rain. We don't freeze up here in Vancouver. We rust.
Or melt.
So, hey, everybody. It's Craig and Dennis again. This is our Millionaire Mastermind training. And today we're going to be talking about it's September. It's hard to believe still. It's September 1st tomorrow. And, I'm excited.
What do we do to get prepared for the busy season? So for those on the call that aren't aware, there's a couple of seasons, right? MLM actually has seasons. Now, we don't always tell everyone about these seasons, but there's actually seasons. And your busiest season for MLM basically starts in September and goes till the middle of December.
Yeah.
And then things flatline a little bit and you got to, plant a lot of seeds and get ready for the next busy season, because the second little busy season sort of starts mid to end February and goes through till June. And then, of course, summer gets in the way. So you've just been through the summer, where if you've been watching us and paying attention to us, you're sowing seeds, you're planting seeds, you're resparking up relationships. You're not necessarily going for the close, but you should have been doing something. You should have been filling the pipeline.
And let's talk about that, because I want to say, to you out there that have been watching us, you may not have seen the success that you had expected for enrollments over the summer, because that happens all the time. Because you got to work twice as hard to get half the results.
That's right.
I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, that's what happens in the summer. We tell you to keep on going out there to build your business, but we know what happens in the summer. It's called the summer.
It's called the summer. People get hard to get a hold of. People aren't willing to make decisions. People are off to the next barbecue. They're off to the next weekend retreat. They're off to the next holiday with the kids, or holiday away from the kids if they're lucky. Oh, sorry. Everyone's not on the same page about that as me, I guess.
But it's also true. I mean, and it's the last day of the month. So there's a lot of you out there that are working your tail off. You've been working really hard to hit your numbers.
Trying to hit your qualifications.
But you know what? Good for you.
That's right.
Because now that means you're poised to be able to hit September rocking and rolling instead of starting from scratch.
It's like it takes 2 times as much effort to enroll someone through the summer, but that effort gets returned to you 4 times over come September. So all of you that have been paying attention and doing what we were teaching you and filling the pipeline and talking to people and reconnecting and playing it cool and doing a couple of blog posts, now's the time when you have to start thinking about, okay, do I dust off my list? Do I put an ad budget together to do some advertising?
Yes.
To promote my blog posts? Was I doing blog posts? Was I branding myself? Was I doing anything that Craig and Dennis have talked about?
Right.
If you haven't, then you got a lot more work to do.
Well, here's
than those of you that were doing something.
Things to do. Look right now at your say LinkedIn. How many and go back over, because LinkedIn actually shows you how many people have been viewing your profile, and you can go back and see that and how sick. Have you been working hard? Have you been adding new contacts and new connections to your LinkedIn daily? If you saw my, a few months ago, I guess, a number of months back when I did my LinkedIn training.
We should dust that one off again.
That's a good one to dust off, because if you haven't dusted it off, go back onto the houraday.com website, and it's there in its entirety, how to build your business through LinkedIn. And it's a powerful tool, and many people aren't doing it. That's right. And I never used LinkedIn before. So when I created the LinkedIn strategy, it was based on my 20 some odd years of MLM knowledge and my limited knowledge of LinkedIn. And I didn't have a lot, but I went, if I'm going to build this business, I got to take high tech and I got to take high touch. And I figured out that I connected with people that immediately responded to me.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if somebody didn't respond, like you see that because you get notifications. I make sure that all my LinkedIn notifications go to my smartphone, because I want to know when somebody connects
immediately.
Because the faster you connect with somebody, the better a chance for a response. And over the summer, I've been doing that.
Nice.
I've been connecting with people. I've been teaching people to connect with people. Because you know what? My phone has now been beeping a lot more, because now people are waking up. The kids are back to school. Yeah. Well, in the United States,
there's a lot of states where they're already back in school. Ours don't go back until the Labor Day weekend's over. But, now we got to start dusting it all off, right? Yeah. We got to get that LinkedIn going again. If you wrote a couple of cool blog entries, then you should be referencing them on your Facebook and then promoting that post, right? You should be doing everything you can now to say, okay, moving forward into September, how do I get as many eyeballs on me as possible? So start spending some money on promoting posts. Possibly look at some LinkedIn advertising. Facebook advertising is super simple. It's super cheap. You can squeeze it down to just your local area. You can't necessarily overtly promote MLM on Facebook because they will probably not approve you. But you can promote a post that is talking about something about you, about whatever, even if it's just how great of a summer you had and little references to what you do. And of course, a link to your replicated website or prospecting system of the company you're with. So now's the time to start getting all that stuff turned on, so that if you didn't grow a warm market over the summer, that you've got a cold market to start working with, because eyeballs are starting to pay attention now. Now's when you spend on advertising to get quality people.
Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about Facebook, and promoting your ads on Facebook. You know, everybody thinks I've got all these friends on Facebook, which you really don't. But what they don't realize is that the metrics have changed.
Yeah, much.
And not everybody's seeing everything you post. You think if you're posting there every day, people are seeing all your posts that are your friends.
That's right.
Well, they're not. Like it was it 2%?
2% of your following, whether you've got a corporate page and you've got, 5,000 people that like you or follow you, 2% of any given post at most is getting through. So you got to know that if only 2% is getting through, what's the big deal if you start spending $5 a day on Facebook ads to boost a couple of your posts to get some new eyeballs in that may just decide? Now, obviously, you don't boost a post on your actual personal feed. You should be setting up a proper place that you can keep your MLM segregated from your personal feed, right? If you can keep your MLM stuff segregated from your personal feed, so only the friends that care about the MLM stuff are on the MLM page, you're going to keep your friends longer, and they're not going to unfollow you. And of course, now you've got a really, really easy place to start sharing and promoting posts.
And those of you that don't are using your personal Facebook page, that's great. But once again, what's the ratio, Dennis, of business posts to your MLM business posts? What should, I mean, rule of thumb.
I mean, in a normal rule with business, it's 80-20, right? Never more than 20% of your posts are about business. In MLM, I'd even say that you probably want to keep it to under 10%. Right? The more you think you're getting your friends interested by posting more often, the more likely you're driving them away, which is why, again, from my point of view, your better strategy is make a page. Even if you make a second account, which is your MLM account, instead of having an actual page that you promote, do something to segregate your friends that have already said no from your potential prospects, and you'll just keep a lot more of your friendships intact. Or you'll find yourself sitting with your friend and looking through their Facebook feed if they're brave enough to let you to see that none of your stuff shows up on their feed.